Hello and welcome back to another episode of Crash Test Games. Today we're going into the Abyss in EVE Online. So we've got Agila here fit out with quite a bit of ISK worth of fittings. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we got here so that you have everything that you need to be able to run an Abyss. So first of all, we're running Rapid Light Missile Launcher 2s on here so that we get a little bit of extra DPS here. But our main damage here is going to be these Caldari Navy Vespas. They do a pretty good job in the Abyss. We've got a medium semiconductor memory cell 2, tech 1 of those as well, medium cap control circuit. Now we have a large abyssal shield booster, however a faction medium will work as well. And then we have 2 Gistum C-type adaptive invulnerability fields, and those work pretty good for us. And then a Pith X-type EM ward field. Our afterburner here is an Abyssal 10MN, and then we also have an Abyssal Cap battery. We've got a Sentient omnidirectional tracking enhancer and 2 Imperial Navy drone damage amplifiers. Overall, let's go ahead and simulate this so that you can see the overall stats. We have nearly 30,000 effective hit points, and we have a total of 636 damage per second. Our top speed is 789.5 meters a second. Very, very important to make sure you can be able to move. Alright, next we've got our implants here. Let's go ahead and pull those up. Alright, and we have all of our high-grade crystals here. You also want the Crystal Omega, you want the Gnome Shield Management, the Squire Capacitor Management, the Snapshot Light Missiles, and the Alchemist Neurotoxin Recovery. And the reason for this one is specifically for the level 5 abysses. In our cargo hold here, we've got our missiles here, and we've got our filament here. Now this specific one opens up to a tier 3. I have only been running level 2 and level 3s for right now. I recommend starting at level 2s. This one specifically will reduce your EM resistances, but enhance your ship's capacitor, so if you don't have a stable tank, you might in this. Other than that, it offers a warning here to say basically you need to finish in 20 minutes or you will lose not only your ship, but your escape pod as well. Let's go ahead and pull this blueprint out of here. So just a little bit of a sneak peek on what you can get. I got this in about 3 runs. Now it's not overly impressive, 55.2 million. However, this is without the blueprint here being priced out either. And we've just been getting some pretty crappy drops. So let's hope that this one's a little bit different. Let's go ahead and undock. Alright, you have to be at least 1,000 kilometers away from any station, Stargate, or other structure. So let's go ahead and warp to a random planet. We just did planet 1 because it's what happened to fall under my cursor. And let's have a little bit of fun here. Make sure you're fully loaded and ready to go. Now there is a customs office right here about 160 kilometers off. Let's hope we're able to do this without. To activate, you simply double click it. It gives you one last warning here saying, hey, you've got 20 minutes or it's going to blow up both your ship and your capsule. And then it tells you the type and everything like that. Now if we lose the ship itself is worth about 5 billion, and the capsule is worth about 3.5 billion. So it's a lot of money lost there. Let's go ahead and activate. So we're jumping in now. And here we go, into the abyss. Now up here you get your timer, so you can see exactly how long you have until warp field collapse. Alright, so you're going to want to strategically decide which nodes you want to go after here. The main one is going to be this bioadaptive node. Let's go ahead and lock some of these targets up here. And drop drones. Now we want to take out these larger vessels first because the precursor ships tend to they increase damage every time, or for every successful hit that they get on you. Looks like we got a couple of drone frigates here. And some Damivacs. Now personally, to keep it moving, I like to angle myself just to the side of the extraction nodes here, just so that I can fire blow them up without having to stop the ship. Alright, that one dropped absolutely nothing, so let's go ahead and move on. Got a chance to reload here, so we're going to take it. Now, as you can see, we've got some towers out here. This one's a tracking pylon, so it gives you a bonus to your turret tracking speed. Now we're using missiles, so turret tracking doesn't really help us out any. You have to watch your drones as well, because they tend to try to attack those pylons. Now, it won't hurt anything other than your time if they do attack it, so don't worry about that. Alright, looks like we got a large cap battery multiplasmid. About 9 million, that's not too bad for the first room. Everything is now dead. Let's recall drones. Close this up. Kind of cool activation there. Alright, let's go ahead and move to the next gate. Alright, looks like we got 3 different nodes in here. Let's go ahead and just go for this one on the left here, just because we're already angled towards it. Once again, looks like this one's just drones. You do get sleepers as well in here, but they're not quite as difficult as wormhole sleepers. The most difficult thing about the Abyss is just making sure that you're out in time. We're getting a little bit of lag here, so I'm going to go ahead and decrease my my settings for performance instead. Not quite as great on the eyes, but performance it really enhances. Alright, looks like we went for the wrong one. The other one is clear on the other side. We're going to go ahead and skip that and just head over to the bioadaptive cache. Turned off all of our effects. I like having at least a couple effects on. There we go. And our gate is activating again. So as soon as we loot this cache over here, we can move on to the third and final room. Recall drones. Now if you look here, we still have plenty of time, although you want to make sure that you don't stretch that time too thin, especially if you're running level 4s or level 5s, because the closer you stretch that time, the more likely it is for you to die. Activating gate. Alright, and we got a couple of battleships in here. Now we're going to go ahead and start moving towards these other extraction nodes. Now if you look at the battleships, these are sleepers as well, but anytime you get the larger ships and such that aren't supposed to be in that level, they always start off damage. Sometimes it's moderate damage and sometimes it's heavy damage. Now we've still got about 12 minutes left, but again, we don't want any wasted time because this is only a level 3. Once you get into level 4s and level 5s, any wasted time, it could mean the end of your ship. And see there, I didn't click on the side of it, so we lost about half of our mobility there, which with us having a lot of time left doesn't really matter in a level 3, but in once in a level 4 or level 5, that could have just ended the ship. Let's go ahead and loot all. Move off. Alright, looks like our drones took care of the first battleship over there. We're gonna head right for this bioadaptive cache now. Alright, and let's go ahead and loot this bioadaptive cache. And we just got some materials, which is fine. It's not terrible. We didn't get anything great with this one. Kind of sucks, but we still got about 14, somewhere between 14 and 30 million. I don't remember if I came in with this Fierce Gamma, but if not, then yeah, got about 30 million. Let's go ahead and recall our drones and head towards this origin conduit. Now, if you ever get a proving grounds, never go into the proving grounds unless you're ready to PvP. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And we finished with 8.5 minutes left. Now, upon exit, you'll be cloaked, and you'll have a non-capsular log-off timer, but you're also gonna be unable to tether for the next 30 seconds. So if you're in nullsec or anything like that, you may want to have a tower pause on standby for you to be able to warp to, so you can be protected by that shield, or else just be able to dock up in general.
Warp drive active.
Alright, that's about all I got for you guys today. Thanks again for watching, and hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to do. Have a nice day.